IELTS Listening Practice Test 2026 with Answers Part 3.
Part 3. You will hear two students called Leo and Maya discussing a presentation they plan to do on the topic of restoring and recycling old furniture. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Hi Maya, thanks for meeting me. Did you watch that documentary series on furniture restoration I emailed you about?
Yes, I did. Are you still happy to keep this as our presentation topic?
To be honest, Maya, when you first suggested it, I wasn't entirely convinced. I didn't think it would be too difficult to research, but I worried it lacked academic depth. I thought it was just a hobbycraft project. But after watching the documentary, I realized there's a huge economic angle to it.
That's a relief. I was shocked by the statistics on fast furniture. Cheap stuff designed to break quickly. The volume of furniture sent to landfill is unsustainable.
Exactly. And it's ironic because vintage style is very fashionable right now. What do you think is the main cause of all this waste?
Well, it's not just that the materials used are of poor quality these days. And surprisingly, it's not even that repairing furniture is too expensive. I think the real problem is the skills gap. People lack the skills to repair items now. They don't have the tools and just throw things out.
I suppose you're right. I'm guilty of that too. I actually don't prefer to buy new items. I have a really nice solid wood desk in my room that I found on the street, but it's got a massive scratch right across the top. I haven't done a bad job of repairing it because I haven't even tried. I am just ignoring a damaged item in my room. I cover it with my laptop mat because I'm scared I'll make it worse if I try to sand it.
Well, maybe this project will inspire you to fix it. The article also mentioned why so much good furniture ends up at the dump, like why charity shops refuse donations.
Is it because the items are usually in poor condition, or is there very little demand for used furniture?
Neither. Often the items are fine and demand is high. The issue is that they do not have enough space to store them. Furniture takes up too much floor space, so charities can't afford the rental cost while waiting for a buyer.
That makes total sense.
Before you hear the rest of the discussion, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 25 to 30.
Right, so for the second half of the presentation, we should include some case studies of items that were rejected or impossible to fix.
Good idea. I made notes on the specific items the Restoration Centre inspected in the documentary. The first one was that large oak wardrobe.
Was it too large to transport?
No, the issue was an infestation of insects. The inspector found tiny fresh holes in the back panel from woodworm. They couldn't risk bringing it inside, so it had to be destroyed.
That's heartbreaking. What about the round dining table?
That looked like solid pine, but when they tried to sand down the surface, they realised it was not made of real wood. It was actually a plastic veneer glued onto cheap chipboard. If you sand plastic, it just melts.
Right, fake materials. Then there was the set of armchairs. They looked really comfortable.
The structural frame was fine, but it failed safety regulations. In the UK, upholstery needs a specific fire safety label attached. These chairs didn't have one, so legally the charity couldn't resell them.
That seems wasteful. What about the chest of drawers?
The white one. It was accepted in the end, but it had been painted with the wrong material. The previous owner used wall paint instead of wood paint, so it was flaking off everywhere. They had to strip every inch of paint off before starting.
Okay. And the antique lamp?
The metal base was fine, but the wiring was dangerously old.
Couldn't they just rewire it?
They could, but it required a specialist electrician to certify it was safe. The centre focuses on carpentry and didn't have an electrician on site, so they couldn't sell an electrical item.
I see. Finally, I recall a garden bench.
Yes, the cast iron one. It looked very heavy, but the restorer found a major crack in the main support frame. It was structurally broken and couldn't support any weight safely, so it had to be scrapped.
These are great examples to show the barriers to recycling. Shall we draft the slides now?
Sounds like a plan.
That is the end of part 3. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers to part 3.